meeting focused on increasing defence spending at a time of frayed relations with the United States over the war in Ukraine. Europe is facing American calls to take greater responsibility for its own security. President Volodymyr Zelensky says pressure must be maintained on Russia to end the war after 4 people were killed in a missile strike on a hotel in Kryvyi Rih. Mr. Zelensky said American and British humanitarian workers had checked in shortly before the attack but survived. Lithuania has become the first country to withdraw from the International Convention banning cluster bombs. It says it needs to strengthen its defences against Russia. The United Nations is releasing $110 million in response to what it calls brutal cuts to global aid. Since taking office, President Trump has frozen nearly all US foreign assistance. The South Korean Air Force says 2 of its fighter jets accidentally dropped 8 bombs on a village close to the North Korean border during a training exercise. 15 people were injured. Hamas has responded to threats by President Trump, saying he's encouraging Israel to back out of the Gaza ceasefire agreement. Mr. Trump warned Hamas it should immediately release the remaining hostages or there would be hell to pay. Turkey says it has killed 26 Kurdish militants in Iraq and northern Syria over the past week. On Friday, the outlawed Kurdish Workers' Party declared a ceasefire. A Turkish defence official said the PKK and its allies must disarm immediately. The jazz funk pioneer Roy Ayers has died at the age of 84. The vibraphonist and composer released his first album in 1963 and had a string of solo records. His most famous hit, Everybody Loves the Sunshine, is among the most sampled jazz records. BBC News.
Hey, Charlie, you're on your way to Ghana. Boy, oh boy, you stressed out, tired? Go, you're going to be resting. Okay, then let me recommend to you JN Mobile Spa in Accra, Ghana. Oh boy, JN Mobile Spa, they provide organic care in massage. Are you stressed? Do you need rejuvenated, etc.? For your facials, maybe exfoliating, firming, and lifting? Then contact JN Spa on 00233244941 or 00233200606 and they will be right there on time. JN Mobile Spa, your health and beauty needs at your doorstep.
Hi guys, this is your friend Uruj from SendWave. SendWave is a money transfer app that is used by people all over the world to send money to their loved ones in Africa. With SendWave, you can send money to Ghana, Nigeria, Kenya, Uganda, and Tanzania. And the best part is, SendWave is absolutely commission-free. Our exchange rates are excellent. You can see for yourself by checking them out on our website. So how do you use SendWave? SendWave is an app that you can download onto your phone from the App Store or Google Play Store. The app is free to download. After downloading it, just open the app and enter your name, email, and phone number. That's it. You're good to go. Make sure you use the promo code SR. S for Star, R for Radio. This promo code will give you £5 free credit to send to Africa on your first transaction. Your money will be delivered to your recipient within seconds. Feel free to call me on 0749 7377647 at any time. I'll be happy to tell you all about SendWave and help you in any way I can. Remember to use the promo code SR for £5 free credit. Medasse.
Are you looking for the fastest, reliable, and trustworthy door-to-door shipment company? Well, look no further. When was the last time your family received a shipment back in Ghana on time and in time? You are not sure? Well, Lamb Shippers, we pride ourselves with being the fastest, reliable, and trustworthy shippers you can use. You are assured of prompt pickup anywhere in the UK by our personnel. They also make sure your items are well packaged to get to its destination in time. When it comes to door-to-door shipment, look no further. Well, Lamb Shippers, contact us on 07939009321 or 07498911820. Or you can visit our website www.welllamp.co.uk. You can also drop us a mail, info@welllamp@gmail.com. Well Lamp Shippers, fast, reliable, and trustworthy.
Are you dreaming of owning your own house in Ghana? Then you will need a well-documented piece of land that is free from troubles. I highly recommend My Africa Property for any size of land that you will need. With My Africa Property, lands are available in Pram, Sopoli, Tohenia, Ogome, Dodova, Winneba, and many other locations at affordable prices. These locations are about an hour away from the airport, only 35 minutes from the motorway, 10 minutes drive from Central University College, 10 minutes drive to the beach, and close to Pram Senior High School and Ghana Men's Soccer Center of Excellence. For more details, visit our website www.myafricaproperty.com or call our UK office on 0208 123 2523. For our US and Canada offices, call us on +1 585 184 994145. You can also email us at ghana@myafricaproperty.com.
Getting onto the property ladder has never been easy until now. Join us this and every Thursday from 7 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. live on the Property Hour Show on Starr Radio UK, where we talk to mortgage brokers, property developers, estate agents, landlord, tenant, property consultants on how to invest or get into the property business and make money. You can't afford to miss this. The Property Hour Show is your best source into the property industry.
Hi guys, this is your friend Uruj from SendWave. SendWave is a money transfer app that is used by people all over the world to send money to their loved ones in Africa. With SendWave, you can send money to Ghana, Nigeria, Kenya, Uganda, and Tanzania. And the best part is, SendWave is absolutely commission free. Our exchange rates are excellent. You can see for yourself by checking them out on our website. So how do you use SendWave? SendWave is an app that you can download onto your phone from the App Store or Google Play Store. The app is free to download. After downloading it, just open the app and enter your name, email, and phone number. That's it. You're good to go. Make sure you use the promo code SR. S for Star, R for Radio. This promo code will give you £5 free credit to send to Africa on your first transaction. Your money will be delivered to your recipient within seconds. Feel free to call me on 0749 7377 647 at any time. I'll be happy to tell you all about SendWave and help you in any way I can. Remember to use the promo code SR for £5 free credit. Medasse.
Are you looking for the fastest, reliable, and trustworthy door-to-door shipment company? Well, look no further. When was the last time your family received a shipment back in Ghana on time and intact? You are not sure? Well, Lamb Shippers, we pride ourselves with being the fastest, reliable, and trustworthy shippers you can use. You are assured of prompt pickup anywhere in the UK by our personnel. They also make sure your items are well packaged to get to its destination intact. When it comes to door-to-door shipment, look no further. Well, Lamb Shippers, contact us on 07939009321 or 07498911820. Or you can visit our website www.welllamp.co.uk. You can also drop us a mail, info@welllamp@gmail.com. Well Lamp Shippers, fast, reliable, and trustworthy.
Hi there. Are you dreaming of owning your own house in Ghana? Then you will need a well-documented piece of land that is free from troubles. I highly recommend My Africa Property for any size of land that you will need. With My Africa Property, lands are available in Pram, Sopoli, Tohenia, Ogome, Dodova, Winneba, and many other locations at affordable prices. These locations are about an hour away from the airport, only 35 minutes from the motorway, 10 minutes drive from Central University College, 10 minutes drive to the beach, and close to Pram Senior High School and Ghana Men's Soccer Center of Excellence. For more details, visit our website www.myafricaproperty.com or call our UK office on 0208 123 2523. For our US and Canada offices, call us on +1 585 184 994145. You can also email us at ghana@myafricaproperty.com.
Getting onto the property ladder has never been easy until now. Join us this and every Thursday from 7 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. live on the Property Hour Show on Starr Radio UK, where we talk to mortgage brokers, property developers, estate agents, landlord, tenant, property consultants on how to invest or get into the property business and make money. You can't afford to miss this. The Property Hour Show is your best source into the property industry.
Hi guys, this is your friend Uruj from SendWave. SendWave. SendWave is a money transfer app that is used by people all over the world to send money to their loved ones in Africa. With SendWave, you can send money to Ghana, Nigeria, Kenya, Uganda, and Tanzania. And the best part is, SendWave is absolutely commission-free. Our exchange rates are excellent. You can see for yourself by checking them out on our website. So how do you use SendWave? SendWave is an app that you can download onto your phone from the App Store or Google Play Store. The app is free to download. After downloading it, just open the app and enter your name, email, and phone number. That's it. You're good to go. Make sure you use the promo code SR. S for Starr, R for Radio. This promo code will give you £5 free credit to send to Africa on your first transaction. Your money will be delivered to your recipient within seconds. Feel free to call me on 0749 7377 647 at any time. I'll be happy to tell you all about SendWave and help you in any way I can. Remember to use the promo code SR for £5 free credit. Medasse.
Are you looking for the fastest, reliable, and trustworthy door-to-door shipment company? Well, look no further. When was the last time your family received a shipment back in Ghana on time and in time? You are not sure? Well, shippers, we pride ourselves with being the fastest, reliable, and trustworthy shippers you can use. You are assured of prompt pickup anywhere in the UK by our personnel. They also make sure your items are well packaged to get to its destination in time. When it comes to door-to-door shipment, look no further. Well, Lamb Shippers, contact us on 07939009321 or 07498911820. Or you can visit our website www.welllamp.co.uk. You can also drop us a mail, info@welllamp@gmail.com. Well Lamp Shippers, fast, reliable, and trustworthy.
Hi there. Are you dreaming of owning your own house in Ghana? Then you will need a well-documented piece of land that is free from troubles. I highly recommend My Africa Property for any size of land that you will need. With My Africa Property, lands are available in Prampram, Sopoli, Tohenia, Ogome, Dodova, Winneba, and many other locations at affordable prices. These locations are about an hour away from the airport, only 35 minutes from the motorway, 10 minutes drive from Central University College, 10 minutes drive to the beach, and close to Prampram Senior High School and Ghana Men's Soccer Center of Excellence. For more details, visit our website www.myafricaproperty.com or call our UK office on 0208 123 2523. For our US and Canada offices, call us on +1 585 184 994145. You can also email us at ghana@myafricaproperty.com.
Getting onto the property ladder has never been easy until now. Join us this and every Thursday from 7 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. live on the Property Hour Show on Starr Radio UK, where we talk to mortgage brokers, property developers, estate agents, landlord, tenant, property consultants on how to invest or get into the property business and make money. You can't afford to miss this. The Property Hour Show is your best source into the property industry.
Hi guys, this is your friend Uruj from SendWave. SendWave is a money transfer app that is used by people all over the world to send money to their loved ones in Africa. With SendWave, you can send money to Ghana, Nigeria, Kenya, Uganda, and Tanzania. And the best part is, SendWave is absolutely commission-free. Our exchange rates are excellent. You can see for yourself by checking them out on our website. So how do you use SendWave? SendWave is an app that you can download onto your phone from the App Store or Google Play Store. The app is free to download. After downloading it, just open the app and enter your name, email, and phone number. That's it. You're good to go. Make sure you use the promo code SR. S for Starr, R for Radio. This promo code will give you £5 free credit to send to Africa on your first transaction. Your money will be delivered to your recipient within seconds. Feel free to call me on 0749 7377 647 at any time. I'll be happy to tell you all about SendWave and help you in any way I can. Remember to use the promo code SR for £5 free credit. Medasse.
Are you looking for the fastest, reliable, and trustworthy door-to-door shipment company? Well, look no further. When was the last time your family received a shipment back in Ghana on time and intact? You are not sure? Well, Lamb Shippers, we pride ourselves with being the fastest, reliable, and trustworthy shippers you can use. You are assured of a prompt pickup anywhere in the UK by our personnel. They also make sure your items are well packaged to get to its destination intact. When it comes to door-to-door shipment, look no further. Well, Lamb Shippers, contact us on 07939009321 or 07498911820. Or you can visit our website www.welllamp.co.uk. You can also drop us a mail, info@welllamp@gmail.com. Well Lamb Shippers, fast, reliable, and trustworthy.
Hi there. Are you dreaming of owning your own house in Ghana? Then you will need a well-documented piece of land that is free from troubles. I highly recommend My Africa Property for any size of land that you will need. With My Africa Property, lands are available in Pram, Sopoli, Tohenia, Ogome, Dodova, Winneba, and many other locations at affordable prices. These locations are about an hour away from the airport, only 35 minutes from the motorway, 10 minutes drive from Central University College, 10 minutes drive to the beach, and close to Pram Senior High School and Ghana Men's Soccer Center of Excellence. For more details, visit our website www.myafricaproperty.com or call our UK office on 0208 123 2523. For our US and Canada offices, call us on +1 585 184 994145. You can also email us at ghana@myafricaproperty.com.
Getting onto the property ladder has never been easy until now. Join us this and every Thursday from 7 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. live on the Property Hour Show on Starr Radio UK, where we talk to mortgage brokers, property developers, estate agents, landlord, tenant, property consultants on how to invest or get into the property business and make money. You can't afford to miss this. The Property Hour Show is your best source into the property industry.
Hi guys, this is your friend Uruj from Sendwave. Sendwave is a money transfer app that is used by people all over the world to send money to their loved ones in Africa. With Sendwave, you can send money to Ghana, Nigeria, Kenya, Uganda, and Tanzania. And the best part is, Sendwave is absolutely commission free. Our exchange rates are excellent. You can see for yourself by checking them out on our website. So how do you use Sendwave? Sendwave is an app that you can download onto your phone from the App Store or Google Play Store. The app is free to download. After downloading it, just open the app and enter your name, email, and phone number. That's it. You're good to go. Make sure you use the promo code SR. S for Star, R for Radio. This promo code will give you £5 free credit to send to Africa on your first transaction. Your money will be delivered to your recipient within seconds. Feel free to call me on 0749 7377 647 at any time. I'll be happy to tell you all about Sendwave and help you in any way I can. Remember to use the promo code SR for £5 free credit. Medasse.
Are you looking for the fastest, reliable, and trustworthy door-to-door shipment company? Well, look no further. When was the last time your family received a shipment back in Ghana on time and intact? You are not sure? Well, Lamb Shippers, we pride ourselves with being the fastest, reliable, and trustworthy shippers you can use. You are assured of prompt pickup anywhere in the UK by our personnel. They also make sure your items are well packaged to get to its destination intact. When it comes to door-to-door shipment, look no further. Well, Lamb Shippers, contact us on 07939009321 or 07498911820. Or you can visit our website www.welllamp.co.uk. You can also drop us a mail, info@welllamp@gmail.com. Well Lamb Shippers, fast, reliable, and trustworthy.
Hi there. Are you dreaming of owning your own house in Ghana? Then you will need a well-documented piece of land that is free from troubles. I highly recommend My Africa Property for any size of land that you will need. With My Africa Property, lands are available in Pram, Sopoli, Tohenia, Ogome, Dodova, Winneba, and many other locations at affordable prices. These locations are about an hour away from the airport, only 35 minutes from the motorway, 10 minutes drive from Central University College, 10 minutes drive to the beach, and close to Pram Senior High School and Ghana Men's Soccer Center of Excellence. For more details, visit our website www.myafricaproperty.com or call our UK office on 0208 123 2523. For our US and Canada offices, call us on +1 585 184 994145. You can also email us at ghana@myafricaproperty.com.
Getting onto the property ladder has never been easy until now. Join us this and every Thursday from 7 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. live on the Property Hour show on Starr Radio UK, where we talk to mortgage brokers, property developers, estate agents, landlord, tenant, property consultants on how to invest or get into the property business and make money. You can't afford to miss this. The Property Hour show is your best source into the property industry.
Hi guys, this is your friend Uruj from SendWave. SendWave is a money transfer app that is used by people all over the world to send money to their loved ones in Africa. With SendWave, you can send money to Ghana, Nigeria, Kenya, Uganda, and Tanzania. And the best part is, SendWave is absolutely commission-free. Our exchange rates are excellent. You can see for yourself by checking them out on our website. So how do you use SendWave? SendWave is an app that you can download onto your phone from the App Store or Google Play Store. The app is free to download. After downloading it, just open the app and enter your name, email, and phone number. That's it. You're good to go. Make sure you use the promo code SR. S for Star, R for Radio. This promo code will give you £5 free credit to send to Africa on your first transaction. Your money will be delivered to your recipient within seconds. Feel free to call me on 0749 7377 647 at any time. I'll be happy to tell you all about SendWave and help you in any way I can. Remember to use the promo code SR for £5 free credit. Medasse.
Are you looking for the fastest, reliable, and trustworthy door-to-door shipment company? Well, look no further. When was the last time your family received a shipment back in Ghana on time and in time? You are not sure? Well, shippers, we pride ourselves with being the fastest, reliable, and trustworthy shippers you can use. You are assured of a prompt pickup anywhere in the UK by our personnel. They also make sure your items are well packaged to get to its destination in time. When it comes to door-to-door shipment, look no further. Well, shippers, contact us on 07939009321 or 07498911820. Or you can visit our website www.welllamp.co.uk. You can also drop us a mail, info@welllamp@gmail.com. Well Lamp Shippers, fast, reliable, and trustworthy.
Best radio show.
Broadcasting worldwide, online 24/7.
All around the world. In your car,
At work,
at home,
on your smartphone.
This is Starr Radio UK.
Are you ready to turn it up?
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Oh, your heart is aching. Smile even though it's breaking. When there are clouds in the sky, you get by. If you smile through your fear and sorrow, smile and maybe tomorrow you find that life is still worthwhile if you just smile. Hey, this is Archie and you are listening to Starr Radio UK and The Morning Show.
Radio for the people, by the people.
Okay, let me say massive good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good dawn to you wherever you might be on planet Earth, and those of you on other planets as well. I want to salute each and every one of you and welcome you to the 6th of March 2025, and it happens to be a very special day for a group of people, for all our Ghanaians, viewers and listeners. We salute each and every one of you. We welcome you to the program. We welcome you to the program, all our Ghanaian listeners there. And let me say good morning, first of all, to my able producer, Mr. Francis Guy, to Felix, good morning to you, to Mr. Reverend KB Bossman, good morning to you. Vicky Newton, they will be going to the Croydon Town Hall, for the forecourt of the Croydon Town Hall, for the flag raising ceremony of Ghana this afternoon at exactly 1 o'clock. Unfortunately, we'll not be able to bring you that because we would have been off air by that time. But wherever you are listening to us from, we salute all the Ghanaians. Atakovi, massive good morning to you, and happy anniversary, and to every Ghanaian who listen to us, and all those who have gone to make Ghana their homes, Jamaican brothers, those of you in the US, or anybody who has decided to make Ghana their homes, a place that they go to all the time. We salute each and every one of you, and we say thank you very much for all that. Okay, but Bishop Adesina, Anthony Adedeji, Aziz, Shamsuddin, and Tosino all the way in Moscow, I salute you. My colleague and co-presenter, Mr. Olaime Koike, Yomi, good morning to you. I hope you are doing very, very well, and everything that we are working on is working on very, very well. As I do say on the platform, once he is ready, we'll be bringing him on. At the moment, there are lots of loose ends to tie, and he's working on that as well. To Dr. Chief Sunday Adeyemo, massive good morning to you, and to Professor Kintoye, good morning to you as well. Thank you very, very much. Reverend Emmanuel Chidi, good morning to you. Why am I saying said Chidi? I think I had one classmate who was known as said Chidi there as well. Good morning to you wherever you are. Mr. Dr. Michael Ambonza, good morning to you. Reverend Michael Esiama, good morning to you. And to every one of you, as we'll say, to every Tom, Dick, and Harry, good morning, and welcome to the program. Okay. I'll be bringing you some history about Ghana and a few things, but to celebrate Ghana today because it's Ghana's independence celebration. And let me say good morning to Juliet Makipela, wherever you are. Good morning to you there as well. But let's crack on. So, what does the quote for the day say for today? And I think it's one of my little niece's birthday today. Paige Siahini. Yes, good morning to you and happy birthday to you. I remember that she is 6th of March, Ghana's independence. They are calling her independent child. But she's just a little one. But at least celebrating her birthday coinciding with Ghana's independence. That's a good one there, right? Good. All right then. So the quote for the day says, hard work is about focusing on the right work. It's about determining your priority in life. That is hard work. It is about focusing on the right work. It is about determining your priority in life. And that is when most of us, let me put it that way, fail because we don't prioritize what we have to do. Which one first? Draw a scale of preference and decide which one first, and that will help you a great deal there. So, well, it's all part of it. There, making the rounds there. Starr Radio UK, your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. Let's move on straight to the weather front. Let me tell you what is happening on the weather front this morning as well. So, on the weather front for London and the southeastern part of England, well. Today will be a dry and fine day with lots of sunshine. A few patches of cloud will develop by the evening. A very mild day for the time of year. Tonight will be mostly dry with plenty of clear spells along with a few patches of cloud. A small chance of the odd isolated shower drifting in from the west at times. A mild night there as well. Total temperature 16 degrees. So virtually we've entered into double digits there, right? Good. And then UV level is going to be moderate. Pollution is going to be low. The lowest is going to be 8 degrees, of course. A bit milder than it's been. Sunset 17:49 and sunrise for tomorrow morning 06:36 hours. And that brings us straight to the end of the weather forecast, taking you straight to the travels as I did say. Starr Radio UK, your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. Keep your eyes on the roads. Keep your eyes on the roads as we keep it navigated our promise, our bond. So what have I got for you there on the underground here? Those of you in London using the underground, yeah, there's good service throughout the London cable car, London overground, and London Tramlink are all running good services on the major roads in London. Apart from the North Circular A406 that is experiencing several delays, all the others are running a good service there. The River Bus is running a good service. The London cable car, good service there as well. Bringing us straight to the final segment of the travel update, and that is the National Rail. So what have I got for you there as well on the National Rail this morning? As I say, keep your eyes on the roads. Keep your eyes on the roads. Cross Country has got special service. Island Line special service. Southwestern Railways special service. And that brings us straight to the end of the travel update. We're going to take a quick break, and once we come back, we're going to be bringing you everything that you need to know. But I would say it this way: good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good dawn to you wherever you might be on planet Earth. Enjoy your commute for today. But you know what? Continue to keep those eyes where? On the roads. All right, then let's take a break, and we will be with you in a moment.
Hi guys, this is your friend Uruj from SendWave. SendWave is a money transfer app that is used by people all over the world to send money to their loved ones in Africa. With SendWave, you can send money to Ghana, Nigeria, Kenya, Uganda, and Tanzania. And the best part is, SendWave is absolutely commission free. Our exchange rates are excellent. You can see for yourself by checking them out on our website. So how do you use SendWave? SendWave is an app that you can download onto your phone from the App Store or Google Play Store. The app is free to download. After downloading it, just open the app and enter your name, email, and phone number. That's it. You're good to go. Make sure you use the promo code SR. S for Star, R for Radio. This promo code will give you £5 free credit to send to Africa on your first transaction. Your money will be delivered to your recipient within seconds. Feel free to call me on 0749 7377 647 at any time. I'll be happy to tell you all about SendWave and help you in any way I can. Remember to use the promo code SR for £5 free credit. Medasse.
You are listening to Starr Radio Morning Show.
Okay. Today, this event is happening in Croydon, celebrating Ghana's 68th independence flag raising ceremony, and the auspices of His Worship, the Civic Mayor of Croydon, Councillor Kola Bola. Well, join him and all Ghanaians in Croydon catchment area today, the 6th of March 2025, at the forecourt of the Croydon Town Hall. Time exactly 1 p.m. prompt. And the program is sponsored by Victon, Ladies to Ladies, Starr Radio UK, Junior May HTV, and a lot more. Thank you very, very much. I will not be able to bring you a live feed from there because by the time they going on for that program, earlier on it was supposed to be 10 o'clock, so we thought that we could have brought you a feed, but now at 1 o'clock, where we know that event is going to be kicking off, so we'll not be able to bring you, but I will bring you excerpts of it tomorrow, God willing. Okay then, Starr Radio UK, where we wish all our Ghanaian listeners and viewers happy 68th independence anniversary or celebrations, whichever is appropriate. All right then, I remain yours sincerely, the one and only.
This is the morning show with Archie.
And let me take this opportunity to say good morning to my baby brother Eben. Yes, Kwame, all the way in Cape Town, South Africa. I hope you are doing very, very well as well. Okay, let's crack on. And what have I got there for you? Okay, just bear with me. Let's see. Yeah, good. The technical team are doing great. Mr. Francis Guy, thank you very much. Let me say good morning to, yes, Emmanuel Roxanne Hammond. I hope you are doing very, very well. Thank you for responding quickly to the request I made last night. Yeah, that's my sound there as well. Okay. One other announcement, and then we'll move on from there. And this one pertains to Women's in Business Networking Breakfast program that's going to be taking place on the 17th of March. That's Monday, the 17th of March, 2025, from 9:45 a.m. to 12:45 p.m. The event is taking place at the Tramshed 51 to 53 Woolwich New Road, London. The postcode is SE18 6ES. The nearest stations DLR Woolwich Arsenal. For DLR, that's Woolwich Arsenal. Southeastern trains Woolwich Arsenal, and then Elizabeth Line Woolwich. The speaker is Dr. Olumide Emmanuel, who is a global thought in leader on business and wealth creation. And then he's going to be hosted by BB Clement, who is an entrepreneur and author of the book How to Go From Employee to Entrepreneur. The fees are £60 for ordinary, and the VIPs, there's £15 more, that is £75. But as I did say a couple of days ago, there were only 5 left. Well, there's limited spaces, so if you want to hop in now. To register, go to Eventbrite or email bb@bbclement.com. For more information, call 07956 596 406 07956 596 406. Starr Radio UK. Let's move on quickly, and let's look at some of the stories making the rounds, because the final part of the program will be dedicated to Ghana and the celebration of its 68th independence anniversary. Here in the UK, train stations with most cancellations revealed, and they will have to display it. Millions of passengers will be able to see cancellations and delayed data in train stations. Well, is it the train station that is cancelling it, or the lines that is cancelling that? But for the first time, more women doctors than men for first time in UK. What's happening? Are the men just deciding to take things easy? Yeah, man. Chill out, man. We don't want to crack our brains any longer. What is encouraging the women? Well, thank you. At least to get the women folk to go to the hospitals. Okay. All right then. Then the final one, home buyers race to beat stamp duty rise, and we'll be telling you more about that as we go on. In other stories making the rounds, European leaders to hold Ukraine talks at a turning point in history. Now, France, Emmanuel Macron called for unity ahead of the defense summit after the US suspended aid to Kyiv. Now, Zelensky arrived at Brussels summit after Russian missile kills 4 in his hometown. What pausing U.S. intelligence means for Ukraine's military operation. Trump has issued last warning to Hamas as U.S. confirms direct hostage talks. Okay, we'll see what happens on that front. In other stories, lots of issues happening. South Korean jet accidentally bombs church during drills. Oh boy. And then New Zealand fires envoy to UK who question Trump's grasp of history. And then Denmark postal service to stop delivering letters. And then in other stories there as well, Serbia's opposition under fire for smoke and flare protests in parliament. Well, it shouldn't happen there, right? Okay, and then North Korea halts tourism just weeks after reopening. Why? They scared of intrusion or invasion, or some people coming in as tourists, and then boy, a general arrest violates South Sudan peace deal. Opposition says the general's arrest violates South Sudan's peace deal. Opposition has said. We'll bring you more about that during the course of the program. And then in Nigeria, as Catholics around the world celebrate the start of Lent on Ash Wednesday, congregants in Nigeria took a moment to pray for the well-being of the Pope. Well done. And Sudan's military leader proposes roadmap for constitutional transition, and we'll be telling you more about that. In South Africa, South African play on Winnie Madikizela Mandela explores black women's enduring wait for absent men. All right then. Those are some of the stories making the rounds there. It's all coming your way from Starr Radio UK, your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. In Nigeria, I've joined the political grandmaster, ex-PDP chieftain hails Tinubu after joining APC. At times, I do ask myself the question, are they there to serve the interests of the people, or are they just there to somehow just get themselves in there and say, this is what we think that we are doing? At times, it's quite interesting what goes on there. But hey, whatever it is all coming your way from Starr Radio UK. Believe me, if it's making the headlines, be rest assured we're going to touch on it. As I've said, today is a very, very special day for all Ghanaians, and we're going to be bringing you more on that front. But in other stories making the rounds this morning, Kumawu devastated after a severe storm hits Ashanti region. Minister vows swift relief for victims, and candidates record places injunction on 3 information centers. And the president, John Dramani Mahama, arrived home to Ghana from La Côte d'Ivoire this morning. I'm going to be telling you more about that. Well, the independence celebration is still going on there in Ghana. I can see in my view the military or the armed forces, as we call them, on the parade, doing everything, playing and all stuff going on there. But we will be telling you more about that. Now, Mahama has appointed 100 ministers and deputy ministers, Abu Jinapo is saying. So is he saying that, well, you did more than, or you've appointed more people clandestinely than we did, but you are saying we are not the ones, we were appointed too many. Now, Cynthia Morrison breaks silence on allegation that Kenneth Japan funded her. I'll be telling you more about that. And MPP will sack all workers employed by NDC in 2028. Deputy General is... Do you have hope that you are coming back in 2028? Really? Okay. I've never insulted Ashantis, Domahine is also saying. And Ghana attack on Amewu's resident, Ohoi MP, sets a record. And JB Dankwa, a man of very great intelligence. All right. Everybody will champion their own kinsman, right? Yeah, everybody's kinsman is a champion. All right, then, ladies and gentlemen, and today marks the 68th independence celebration, anniversary celebration in Ghana. They scaled it down to the Jubilee House. Some say it's a Flagstaff House. Some say we should change the name to Flagstaff House. Some say we should just maintain the Jubilee House. I don't know whether this one comes, they change it. This one comes, they change it. This one comes, they change it. And then one day I'll just go there and just break the whole thing down. There'll be nothing there for them to change, right? Okay, some are saying that it's for history, historic purposes, so that our children will know what took place there in the past. That's why we have that there. But what do you think about all that? Lots more going to be coming your way from there. It's all coming your way from Starr Radio UK. It is your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. Ghana became the first sub-Saharan African country to gain independence in 1957. Dr. Kwame Nkrumah, who led the successful negotiation with the British colonial government and declared independence on the 6th of March 1957, became the first prime minister and later the first president of Ghana in 1960. Okay, so lots more I'm going to be bringing you, but I said most of the stories or the conversation this morning will be centered on Ghana's independence. So now let's enjoy this tune from Minister Isabella Elomesiama, and she says Ebenezer. Enjoy it, and I'll be with you in a moment. Ebenezer, that's how far God has brought the people of Ghana, right? Yes, man. Okay, enjoy the tune whilst I come your way.
We are standing here in the miracle of today. As our eyes behold the wonders your hand has made, with a shout of praise, I
best radio show.
Eyes behold the wonders your hand has made. With a shout of praise, I lift my voice to say, Ebenezer, Ebenezer, Ebenezer. That's far God's brought us. Ebenezer, this much God's helped us. Ebenezer, see what the Lord has done. Ebenezer, 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 that's far God's brought us. Ebenezer, this much God's helped us. Ebenezer, see what the Lord has done. Ebenezer, Ebenezer. God, I look around and all my eyes can see all the words you've made. Oh, so beautiful with a shout of praise. I lift my voice to say, Ebenezer, Ebenezer. God, I look around. Oh, my eyes can see all the works your hand has made. Oh, so beautiful with a shout of praise. I lift my voice to say, Ebenezer. Ooh, Ebenezer, Ebenezer, that's far God's brought us. Ebenezer, this my God, how I gonna help just the Lord is here. Ebenezer, Ebenezer, Ebenezer.
This is Starr Radio UK.
Starr Radio. Radio for the people, by the people. Enlighten your day with Starr Radio. Archie on Starr Radio. Nobody does it better.
Well, Ebenezer, that's how far God has brought the people of Ghana, okay? And wherever you are listening to me as well, God has been good unto you, right? But as I did announce, yes, this afternoon exactly at 1 p.m., yeah, the flag raising ceremony is going to be taking place in Croydon here. Representative of Starr Radio UK are going to be on the ground. KB Bossman, Vicky is going to be there as well. It's under the auspices of the Lord Civic Mayor, His Worship Civic Mayor of Croydon, Councillor Kola Agbola. And as they say, the event is taking place this afternoon at the forecourt of Croydon Town Hall, exactly at 1 p.m. prompt. It is advertised sponsored by Victor, Ladies to Ladies, Starr Radio UK, Jinyame, HTV, and a lot more. Okay, Starr Radio UK, we're gonna take just straight on, go on to look at some of the events that is going on.
This is Starr Radio UK.
Okay, let's crack on. Once again, welcome to the program. It is the Wednesday edition of the morning show from Starr Radio UK, your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. And once again, let me say happy independence, 68th independent anniversary celebration to all Ghanaians and every loved ones of Ghana as well. I salute each and every one of you. So let's move on. So quickly, just going through some of the stories that is making the rounds this morning. Here in the UK, what have I got news for you? Well, train cancellation has been going through. Millions of passengers will see train cancellations and delayed data published prominently at more than 7 1,700 railway stations in England from Thursday. The data will update every 28 days, showing statistics for the most recent month in a bid to increase transparency and to hold operators to account. The government says performance information will appear on large digital display boards. So you go in and you see, this station is not good for you to travel on. There are going to be delays. Then you just stand and just walk back, right? Now the government says performance information will appear on large digital display boards with smaller stations displaying QR codes for passengers to scan on smartphones. Ince and Elton in Cheshire was the first performing stations for cancellation in the 4 weeks to 1st of February, according to data from the Office of Rail and Road, ORR. So what does that mean? What does it mean at all? Well, you want to know more, you got to stay tuned, because Starr Radio UK is going to bring you everything from there. Okay. Leading child doctors have joined calls for a complete ban on smacking children in England, saying there's no evidence it has any positive effect on their well-being. Currently, smacking is unlawful in England except in cases where it amounts to a reasonable punishment. Now, the Royal College of Pediatrics and Child Health wants that legal defense to be removed using an amendment to a law which is currently making its way through Parliament. Now, the Department for Education said the government had no plans to change the law on smacking, but that it has committed to giving every child the best start in life. Professor Andrew Rowland, RCPCH Officer for Child Protection, said now is the time for this Victorian era punishment to go. If enough MPs back the amendment to the Children Wellbeing and School Bills tabled by Labour MP Jess Asato in January, then the defense of smacking as a reasonable punishment will be completely outlawed in England. Currently, the situation on smacking children is different depending on where you are in the UK. But the Christians will come straight and quote, "Spare the rod, spoil the child." So would you say that children who are gone a bit out of the way are all due to the fact that they have not been some way, somehow smacked or corrected that way? And in the past, what has that done to, let's say, most of us who in our times where there was no limitation, if you do that, they'll give you pow, 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 or they'll take a belt and lash you properly so that your brains will start working. You start to be thinking, you see blistering miracles, you start seeing stars and stuff like that. I was looking at that the other time. I was saying that now dementia, people having dementia could be one of that, because I know people where they use canes, teachers were using canes to whip the children in their head and stuff like that. You are causing, blunting things there. So there's a tendency that children like that growing up might have issues like that. But what do you think? Well, it's all coming away from Starr Radio UK. Well, in other stories making the rounds, European leaders have gathered in Brussels today for a special council on defense, as France's President Emmanuel Macron warned that the continent was at a turning point of history. As well as remnant rearmament, leaders are expected to discuss how the body can further support Kyiv in the face of U.S. President Donald Trump. Announcement on Monday that he will suspend aid to Ukraine. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky is invited to the summit as well. Nerves have grown increasingly frayed across Europe since Trump and Zelensky's showdown at the White House last week. And the rhetoric around Thursday's summit leaves no doubt about the importance of EU officials are ascribing to it. Now, 3 years on since Russia's full-scale invasion of Ukraine, the Trump administration overtures to Russia President Vladimir Putin have left many in Europe concerned the continent will not be able to rely on U.S. support for its security. Washington, D.C. is on Wednesday to pause Washington's decision on Wednesday to pause intelligence sharing with Ukraine did nothing to allay those worries. In a sign of the depth of concern, President Macron said France was open to discussing extending the protection offered by its nuclear arsenal to its European partners during an address to the nation on Wednesday. That followed a call from Friedrich Merz, likely to be Germany's next chancellor, to discuss increased nuclear sharing. Well, so now there is that bit there. Now we know that the economy in the West seems to be going through some tumultuous time. Okay, now so when the US, let me start from the US. When Trump came on, he said that they need money for America first, America first, America first, and try to do all stuff. And then the first bit that had to go was the US aid. Okay, good. So they say we're not going to be spending monies, huge sums of monies on other countries, which we knew they were all soft diplomacy. So if you know that I'm giving you something, when it comes to let's vote for something or get me support me to do something, they all gravitate towards that because they know that they get something from there. Okay, most of the developing countries. Now this is the case when the first bit that needed to be cut came in, and it was those things that needed to be cut. When it came to the UK as well, the UK has slashed part of its international aid. Now I don't know what France is doing. I don't know what other countries are going to do, because they are looking at the fact that they need to protect themselves because the US seem not to be prepared to protect them. So where do we take the money from to go into rearmament? Okay, that's rearmament themselves. So they will take from first of all monies that we are giving to charity and just put it there as a charity, because they take the developing world to be, so it's not their money, it's our money, our taxes that is being used, and therefore they take that money to then go and put it there. Now the other issue comes in when we look at what after that, what next? Then today, last night they were talking about, this morning they were talking about the fact that some welfare cuts and stuff like that is going to come in here in the UK. So you see all these things moving or working in that way. So that's why I've been saying it time and time and over, that African leaders should sit up, because if you say they need to protect themselves, developed countries need to protect themselves, the first bit where trench of money that they will try to stop or try to get into the fold will be what they are giving out to you. All right, good. So now let's move on. But even again, I remember back in the day, myself and Mr. Frank Davis were here doing the program, and he was of the view that the visa fees that people are paying, and the fact that they are denied even the entry visas and stuff like that, and failed applications and stuff like that, all those monies, if you look at the quantum sum of money that comes from there, virtually that's what they are using for their aid thing, right? Well, giving it back to us in aid, and then, but now it seems that they're going to be taking those monies because they need to rearm themselves to protect themselves, because they know that the US is not going to be there for them. So what do you think there? What do you think that if you are a developing country and you are depending on these Western countries or developed countries to come to your aid all the time, what do you do? Yesterday, whilst we were on air, I did talk about Japan giving some, saying that they are going to be giving monies to help alleviate child labor in Ghana, in some of the communities, blah, blah, blah. And I was looking at it and I said, until the time that we are able to stand on our own 2 feet, put measures in place to help us not to go on that path, we are joking. Because Japan, with what is going on, Japan knows that it's close to China, right? Okay. Now, with everything going on, knowing that the US can say that, look, we will not be standing with you any longer because Trump is saying America first, which we are seeing, obviously. Then there's a tendency that they will also say we need to cut those aids so that we can use that to arm ourselves. Well, after the second, the Cold War, the end of the Cold War, they all came out, disarmament. So everybody, cut on down. You don't need to invest in the nuclear. So that we have Jeremy Corbyn here in the UK saying that, he's not going to be investing, he's going to scrap that, But now everybody's waking up and saying, no. We don't have to. We don't have to arm ourselves, because when you cry as to whether you're going to get help from somebody or a brother or a friend that you think is strong and could support you, there's a tendency that the person will not respond to it. But the issue is, how do you defend yourself when something of the sort happens? And therefore, that's what we're going to be seeing But it's about time African leaders wake up, and they also say, we and our people first come together, trade amongst yourself, and make sure you develop your primary product, your resources. You add value to it, and then you sell, and you know that for sure you're going to be making some money. And let's stop all this foreign investment, especially coming from outside, okay, the continent and stuff like that. Because if we are able to get our own investment from there, let's say all the teachers, the contributions to the SNET or whatever pension scheme thing that if they invest it in lucrative business, let's say oil, let's say what electricity or solar power or some other ventures, most of the profit will remain. Let's say even we have a trend of foreign investment, most of it will remain in the country. But do we see anything like that? Are we seeing people thinking along those lines, or our leaders all just thinking about, you know what, yeah, me, myself, and my dog, and then we want to move on from there? What do you think about all that? Well, it's all coming your way from Starr Radio UK. So we'll be following the development from the European leaders, and the fact that Macron is saying that, you know what, we are prepared as a country, that's France, to put at your disposal our nuclear warheads. So are they going to say now Germany can just go on to do it? After all the laws have been taken out and chucked out. That seems to be what is happening. If you don't agree with me, Trump has taken it and just ripped it apart, and then, well, the aggressor can become a friend and forget about it. You, the one who is being oppressed, well, it's up to you if you cannot fight for yourself, or you cannot give us something in exchange for that. And I believe, listen, I believe that he who is working and paying their taxes should enjoy it. Okay? But the good book says something. You have to be your brother's keeper, right? Alright, it's quite interesting. You can share your comment with me this morning at 11:33. The program will be brought to close at 12 o'clock. But let's move on. One day, President Donald Trump imposed a punishing tariff regime against Canada and Mexico. The next, he froze auto duties for a month after suddenly realizing that, as everyone had predicted, they could wreck a quintessential American industry. So he's not looking at the thing holistically, but just say, yeah, tariffs are good. It's a very beautiful word. And it just goes on. And now he's ready. So Elon Musk, meanwhile, is taking his chainsaw to the bureaucracy indiscriminately, firing workers and feeding agencies in the wood chipper, pitching citizens and industries who rely on government payments into uncertainty, just as the economy softens and is more vulnerable to such shocks. At first, Trump's early term energy on multiple fronts was a bolt of energy as he scratched his Sharpie across executive orders and chased away the lethargy that marked President Joe Biden's warning months in office. 6 weeks in, however, as Trump makes gut-check calls to dismantle post-Cold War national security arrangements, the global free trade system, and the federal machine, all of which help make the U.S. a superpower, a new realization is now dawning. So I don't need you to come and defend me. I'm capable of defending myself. You tell me anything, I tell you, oh, after all, you're not the one who protects me. You're not the one who feeds me. You take your intelligence. We can also share intelligence. We can do, but at least with what Trump is doing, it's making people wake up as well. But the issue is that we're going to be having loads of this proper arming. Every country arming themselves. And it goes poofs. I think I'll have to go to my mom's hometown. There's a place there, you know, Takase. Underneath the valley is there somewhere, some rocky place with some stream there. Go and hide there. That would be great, right? All right then, ladies and gentlemen, Starr Radio UK, your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. What do you think about all that is happening there now? Well, 15 people in South Korea were injured, 2 of them seriously, after a pair of fighter jets accidentally listen to it well, dropped 8 bombs in a civilian district on Thursday during a live-fire military exercise. Local media has said the incident involving the Air Force KF-16 aircraft in the city of Pocheon near North Korea was part of routine drills held by the South to maintain combat readiness against potential attacks from the North. See, that is a problem of arming. When you arm, mistakes do happen. So not necessarily going into a combat with anybody, but boom, boom, and it's happening. And we have nuclear plants, and we have all those things, and then boom, boom, and then things do happen. Lives are lost, properties are lost. So what do? Well, it's going to be a tough time in the world now. The old Bob Marley did say it. Said, so much trouble in the world. All right then, let's move on. At 11:37. Now, North Korea has halted tourism just weeks after reopening. North Korea has stopped tourists from visiting just weeks after the first Western tourists entered the country for the first time in 5 years. North Korea sealed itself off the start of the COVID-19 pandemic in early 2020 and started to scale back restrictions in the middle of 2023. It opened up to Russian visitors in 2024, but it was only last month that Western tourists were allowed into the remote eastern city Rason. However, several tour companies now say that trips to the reclusive country have been cancelled until further notice. Pyongyang has not given a reason for the sudden halt. Just received news from our Korean partners that Rason is closed to everyone. We will keep you posted. China-based KTG Tours, which specializes in North Korean tours, said on Wednesday on their Facebook page. All right then. So that is what is happening. What's causing them to move that way? But still coming away from there, Starr Radio UK. Well, another rhetoric from Donald Trump or threat. U.S. President Donald Trump has issued what he called a last warning to Hamas to release the hostages being held in Gaza. He said, I'm sending Israel everything it needs to finish the job. Not a single Hamas member will be safe if you don't do as I say. Trump said in a lengthy post on his Truth social platform. Hamas accused the U.S. president of encouraging Israel to break the ceasefire deal currently in effect between the two sides. Now, Trump's statement came just hours after the White House confirmed it was holding direct talks with Hamas over the remaining hostages. Now, Washington has until now avoided direct engagement with the group, and there is a long-standing U.S. policy against having direct contact with entities it lists as terrorist organization. By this time around, they've gone in to do so. So, what is Hamas saying there? Are they going to release it, or are they putting lots of this or consideration on the table that we want this as well, we want that as well, and they are saying, you know, we're not going to be giving that, because this is a person who has said, I want everybody to leave that strip, the Gaza strip, and then we can turn it to a Riviera, build it nicely, and you people can go and live in other Arab nations. Why doesn't he allow them to come and live in the US, and then you can take over their land? At least when they are there, you can keep an eye on them, right? Okay, it's quite an interesting one, development in across the globe. But it's all coming away from Starr Radio UK. It is your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London at 11:40. I'll not be able to bring you all the stories that is making the rounds, but hey, you just got to stay tuned as we continue to bring you all the stories in other part of the world as well. Let's move on straight. Well, in Mozambique, the police has fired an opposition protest, but I'm going to be telling you more about that because I need to go to Ghana to bring you more from that front. The one of the stories that I want to touch on this morning pertaining to the arrest of an army general from South Sudan main opposition is grave violation of the deal that ended 5-year civil war, an opposition spokesperson has said. General Gabriel Duke Lam was arrested earlier this week, along with other senior officials of the Sudan People's Liberation Movement in opposition. The detainees are all allies of Vice President Riek Machar, whose rift with President Salva Kiir sparked a devastating war in 2013. On Thursday morning, Machar, our spokesperson, said that the SPLM IO did not know how their officials were, or where their officials were, or where they were being held. We are doing our best to avoid any escalation to the situation. However, we need our partners in peace to demonstrate the political will to ensure this country will not go back to war again. Puk Bot Bulang has said. Now, President Kiir has insisted that the South Sudan will not return to war. Government spokesperson Michael McCree told reporters in the capital, Juba, on Wednesday. McCree added that the opposition figures were arrested because they were in conflict with the law. South Sudan is the world's newest nation after seceding from Sudan in 2011. But just 2 years later, a civil war erupted when Kiir sacked his entire cabinet and accused Machar of instigating a failed coup. After 5 years with 400,000 lives lost and 2.5 million people forced from their homes, a peace deal was agreed in 2018. But it has been fraught ever since. General Lam is in charge of the military wing of the opposition party, which is yet to be integrated into the army. He was taken into custody on Tuesday. Another Machar ally, Oil Minister Puat Gang Cho, was taken by security forces in the middle of the night. What exactly is going on? This is Starr Radio UK. And let me say good morning to my baby sister Delta. Delta, good morning to you. I hope you are doing very, very well. Now, one other story from Nigeria, and then we go on straight to where? To Ghana. Now, politicians, I ask myself the question, do we gravitate towards those who, are making it, and then we decide that we've crossed carpets or whatever things that they want to say there? Well, Chief Osai, a former member of the House of Representatives, has officially defected from the People's Democratic Party to the All Progressive Congress. Now, this decision was made public on Wednesday, March 5th, in Abuja, where he was formally welcomed into the APC by the party's National Secretary, Senator Ajibola Bashiru. And I asked myself the question, why do people cross carpet easily that way? Is it because of what they are going to get? That's why they do so. It's quite an interesting one, right? Okay. Well, it is Starr Radio UK, your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London at exactly 11:44. We are in Ghana. Today marks the 68th independence anniversary celebrations in Ghana. The new government that is in, the NDC government, under the leadership of John Dramani Mahama, has decided to scale down activities marking this. But let's have a listen to this, and I'll be back with you. That after 68 years, how far have we come? Looking back, taking stock, have we failed? Or maybe we are on a path of doing good? Because we look at Malaysia, which also had its independence at the same time. So Malaysia is going to be 68 this year, and we are 68 this year. But what have we gotten out of that? Before I bring you that, let me bring you a bit of history from Ghana. In 1957, Ghana became the first colony in the sub-Saharan Africa to achieve sovereignty under the leadership of Kwame Nkrumah. The earliest kingdoms to merge in Ghana were the Bono Man in the south and the Kingdom of Dagbon in the north, with Bono Man existing in the area during the 11th century. Quite an interesting one there, but let me bring you a bit more. So it became known in Europe and Arabia, the area of the Republic of Ghana, the then Gold Coast, became known in Europe and Arabia as the Ghana Empire after the title of its emperor, the Ghana. Geographically, the ancient Ghana Empire was approximately 500 miles or 800 kilometers north and west of the modern state of Ghana, and controlled territories in the area of Senegal River and east towards the Niger rivers in modern Senegal, Mauritania, and Mali. The empire appears to have broken up following the 1076 conquest by the Almoravid General Abu Bakr ibn Umar. A reduced kingdom continued to exist after Almoravid rule ended, and the kingdom was later incorporated into the subsequent Sahelian empires, such as the Mali Empire. Around the same time, south of the Mali Empire in present-day northern Ghana, the kingdom of Dagbon emerged. The decentralized states ruled by the Tidamba were unified into a kingdom. Now, many sub-kingdoms would later rise from Dagbon, including the Mosi kingdoms of Burkina Faso and Bona Kingdom of Ivory Coast. Dagbon pioneered Ghana's earliest learning institution, including a university town and a writing system prior to European arrival. Now, towards the end of the classical era, larger regional kingdoms had formed in West Africa. Now, one of which was the Kingdom of Ghana, north of what is today the nation of Ghana. Before its fall at the beginning of the 10th century, Akans migrated southward and founded several nation states. Around their matriarchs, including the first empire of Bono State, founded in the 11th century, and for which the Bronga Ahafo or the Bona Ahafo region is named. The Mole Dagbon people, who founded the earliest centralized political kingdoms of Ghana, migrated from Lake Chad to the present-day Ghana. Later, Akan ethnic groups such as Ashanti, Akwemu, Achem, the Fanti states, and others are thought to possibly have roots in the original Bono State settlement at Bono Manso. The Ashanti Kingdom government operated first as a loose network and eventually as a centralized empire kingdom with an advanced, highly specialized bureaucracy centered on the capital, Kumasi. By the end of the 16th century, most of the ethnic groups constituting the modern Ghanaian population are settled in their present location. Archaeological remains found in the coastal zone indicated that the area had been inhabited since the Bronze Age, that is 2000 BC. But these societies, based on fishing, had left few traces. Archaeological work also suggests that the central Ghana north of the forest zone was inhabited as early as 3,000 to 4,000 years ago. Who were there? This migration resulted in part of the formation and disintegration of a series of large states in the western Sudan. The region north of modern Ghana, drained by the Niger River. Strictly speaking, Ghana was the title of the king. But the Arabs, who left records of the kingdom, applied the term to the king, the capital, and the state. The 9th century Berber historian and geographer Yakubi described ancient Ghana as one of the 3 most organized states in the region. Can we say that now? Its rulers were renowned for their wealth in gold, opulence of their courts, and their warrior hunting skills. They were also masters of the trade in gold, which drew North African merchants to the western Sudan. The military achievements of these and later Western Sudanic rulers and their control over the region gold mines constituted the nexus of their historical relations with merchants and rulers in North Africa and the Mediterranean. Now, Ghana succumbed to attacks by its neighbors in the 11th century, but its name and reputation endured. Although none of the states of the Western Sudan controlled territories in the area that is modern Ghana, several kingdoms that later developed, such as the Bonoman, were ruled by nobles. Expansion of kingdoms in the Western Sudan also led to the development of, my apologies, I think I skipped one of the controlled territory in the area that is modern Ghana. Several kingdoms that later developed, such as the Bonoman, were ruled by nobles believed to have immigrated from that region. The trans-Saharan trade that contributed to the expansion of kingdoms in the Western Sudan also led to the development of contacts with regions in northern modern Ghana in the forests to the south. Now, the growth of trade stimulated the development of early Akan states located in the trade route to the gold field. The forest zone of the south, the forest itself was thinly populated, but Akan-speaking people began to move towards the end of the 15th century. With the arrival of crops from Southeast Asia and a new world that could be adapted to forest conditions, these new crops including sorghum, bananas, and cassava. By the beginning of the 16th century, European sources noted the existence of the gold-rich states of Akan and Trifo in the Ofin River Valley. The Mole Dagbon kingdoms were the earliest political kingdoms of modern Ghana, founded by Nagbewa. Now, numerous kingdoms such as the Kingdom of Dagbon, Bamburugu, Nanung, and others emerged. Now, these kingdoms were or are spread across the Upper East region, Upper West region, and Northeast region of Ghana, and Northern region of Ghana as well. The Kingdom of Dagbon resisted slavery and colonization fiercely, preferring trade in commodities than humans. As a result, the kingdom has been significantly influenced by Islam due to trade with neighboring kingdoms. And under the rulership of Yana Zagina, the European and colonial influence was more in southern and central Ghana. Okay, let me see whether I can bring you a few more from there. Now, according to oral tradition and archaeological evidence, the Dagomba states were the earliest kingdom to emerge in the present-day Ghana as early as the 11th century, being well established by the close of the 16th century. Although the rulers of the Dagomba states were not usually Muslim, they brought with them or welcomed Muslim as scribes and medicine men. As a result of their presence, Islam influence, the North, and Muslim influence spread by the activities of the merchants and clerics. In the broad belt of rugged country between the northern boundaries of the Muslim influence state of Dagomba and the southernmost outposts of the Mozi kingdoms of present-day northern Ghana and the southern part of Burkina Faso, were people who were not incorporated into the Dagomba entity. Among these people are the Kassina agriculturists. They lived in a so-called sedimental society bound together by kinship tie and ruled by the head of their clan. Now, trade between Akan kingdoms and the Mozi kingdom to the north flowed through their homeland, subjecting them to Islamic influence and to the depredation of those more powerful. What about the Bono state? The Bono state was a trading state created by the Bono people located in what is now southern Ghana. They were Twi-speaking Ghana or Akan group, my apologies. Those founded sometimes around the 11th century. Bono Man was a medieval Akan kingdom in what is now Bono or Bono East and Ahafo regions. Now, respectively, named after Bono, Ahafo, and the Eastern Ivory Coast, it is generally accepted as the origin of the subgroup of the Akan people who migrated out of the state various times to create new Akan states in search of gold. The gold trade, which started in boom in Bonoman as early in the 12th century, was the genesis of Akan power and wealth in the region, beginning in the Middle Ages. Various aspects of Akan culture stems from the Bono state, including umbrella use for the kings, the swords of the nation, the stools of thrones, goldsmithing, blacksmithing, kente cloth weaving, and gold weighing. Interesting. A bit of history there for you. Now, under the chief Otia Kenting, that is in the Ashanti Empire, from 1630 to 1660, series of successful military operations against the neighboring Akan states brought a larger surrounding territory into alliance with Ashanti. At the end of the 17th century, Osei Tutu became Ashanti Hene, king of the Ashantis. Under the Osei Tutu's rule, the Confederacy, the Confederacy of Ashanti states was transformed into an empire with its capital at Kumasi. Political and military consolidation ensued, resulting in firmly established centralized authority. Osei Tutu was strongly influenced by the high priest Archie, who tradition asserts caused a stool of gold to descend from the sky to seal the union of Ashanti states. Now, stools already function as traditional symbols of chieftainship, but the golden stool represented the united spirit of all the allied states and established a dual allegiance that superimposed the confederacy over individual component states. The golden stool remains a respected national symbol of the traditional past and figures extensively in the Ashanti ritual. I've got about another 3 minutes to run up the program, but let me hop to the latter part of it. Osei Tutu permitted newly conquered territories that joined the Confederation to retain their own customs and chiefs who were given seats on the Ashanti State Council. Now, Tutu's gesture made the process relatively easy and non-disruptive because of most of the earlier conquests and subjugated other Akan people within the Ashanti position. Within the Ashanti portion of the Confederacy, early minor states continued to exercise internal self-rule, and each chief jealously guarded the state's prerogatives against encroachment by the central authority. A strong unity developed, however, as the various communities subordinated their individual interests to central authority in matters of national concern. Okay, I was trying to get you all that, but I think we will leave some for today because I need to bring you the speech of. I was trying to move on to the final bit. Okay, let's talk about the independence. On the 3rd of August 1956, the new assembly passed a motion authorizing the government to request independence within the British Commonwealth. On the 18th of September 1956, the British set the 6th of March 1957, the 113th anniversary of the Bond of 1844 as the date that the Gold Coast, Ashanti, the Northern Territories and British Togoland will together become a unified independent country within the British Commonwealth nation under the name Ghana. Kwame Nkrumah continued as Prime Minister and Queen Elizabeth II as head of state, represented by the Governor General of Ghana, Sir Charles Noble Eden Clark. Now, Ghana remained the constitutional monarchy and parliamentary democracy until 1960, when, after a national referendum, Ghana was declared a republic. The second development plan of 1959 to 1964 followed the Soviet model and shifted away from expanding state services towards raising productivity in the key sectors. And Nkrumah believed that colonialism had twisted personalities, imposing a competitive, individualistic, and bourgeois mentality that had to be eliminated. Worldwide cocoa prices began to fall, budgets were cut, and workers were called upon for more and more self-sacrifice to overcome neocolonialism. Nkrumah drastically curtailed the independence of the labor unions. When strike resulted, he cracked down through the Preventative Detention Act. Did he do well there? But don't you worry, the moving towards independence, I'll bring that your way tomorrow. But let's listen to this clip and you ask yourself the question, 68 years on, what have we actually achieved, if any?
That new African is ready to fight his own battle and show that after all, the black man is capable of managing the whole affairs. And my last warning to you is that you ought to stand firm behind us so that we can prove to the world that when the African is given a chance, he can show to the world that he's somebody. We shall no more go back to sleep anymore. We are going to demonstrate to the world, to the other nations, young as we are, that we are prepared to lay our own foundation. As I said in the assembly just minutes ago, I made it point that we are going to say that we create our own African personality and identity. It's the only way we can show the world that we are ready for our own battle. But today, may I call upon you all, that at this great day, let us all remember that nothing in the world can be done unless it has the support of God. We have done the battle, and we again rededicate ourselves not only in the struggle to emancipate other countries in Africa. Our independence is meaningless unless it is linked up with the total liberation of the African continent. And here, I will ask the band to play the Ghana national anthem. He can show to the world that he's somebody. We are waiting. We shall no more go back to sleep anymore. We are going to demonstrate to the world, to the other nations, young as we are, that we are prepared to lay our own foundation. As I said in the assembly just minutes ago, I made it point that we are going to say that we create our own African personality and identity. It's the only way in which we can show the world that we are ready for our own battle. But today, may I call upon you all that at this great day, let us all remember that nothing in the world can be done unless it has the purported support of God. We have done the battle. And we again rededicate ourselves not only in the struggle to emancipate other territories in Africa. Our independence is meaningless unless it is linked up with the total liberation of the African continent. And here, I will ask the band to play the Ghana national anthem. Freedom! Freedom! Freedom!
Did you like or hate what?
Okay. Let me say thank you very much for tuning in this morning or this afternoon to join us on this memorable day. And Mr. Yawin Free, a massive good morning to you, man. Yes, I hope you are doing very, very well. Thank you very much for all your support over the years. But it's quite interesting. Now you listen to the speech that Kwame Nkrumah gave on Independence Day. You look at 68 years of Ghana's independence and you ask yourself the question, how far have we come? How far has our, leaders? Some have failed us, others did well. But then, what can we say? But I want you to think of it. What I promise you one thing for sure, that tomorrow I'll bring you the final bit of that history that I was giving to you pertaining to Ghana. And remember that if you're a citizen of Ghana, there's a cause for you to do something. And that is being selfless in things that you do. Because you look at some of the decisions that some of our people, our leaders make, and you ask yourself the question, how far? And as I've said, looking at what is going on in the world now, looking at the stance of the US, looking at the stance of the UK, I mean, virtually they are not providing any. I mean, UK is doing a bit, but US has cut its aid. US aid, the supplement that they give to various countries. In Ghana, they were giving rice and giving all medicines for HIV and all those bits, malaria and all that stuff. Now they are leaving us out. So it is time for us as leaders there, the leaders there, to put their heads together and work together, so that let's say another 5-10 years we'll not be relying on developed countries, but we can be relying on ourselves. And if you want to travel from Ghana to Ethiopia, you know how expensive it is. You want to travel from Ghana to Nigeria, how much do you pay for flight? And the restrictions in between. Are we brethren? Somebody say yes, we are. But do you feel it? No, we don't. I think we have to wake up and smell the coffee now. And I will sign up, but put this advert through quickly, and then we go from there. Croydon is celebrating Ghana's 68th independence flag raising ceremony under the auspices of His Worship Civic Mayor of Croydon, Councillor Kola Agbola. And the event is taking place this afternoon exactly at 1 p.m. So in the next 53 minutes, it's going to be taking place there at the forecourt of the Croydon Town Hall. So we are all invited to be there. Well, Starr Radio UK, we want to congratulate each and every one of you Ghanaians for on this 68th independence anniversary. But ask yourself, how far have you got? What have you contributed? Well, let the Zongo man pray us out on that. And when that song ends, you don't hear from me. Of course, you know for sure that it's me, Archie. And I say it once again, I'm out like that. We'll continue tomorrow. Until then, bye-bye for now.
The problem of Africa is the elite. Africa. Who run things, who run things, who run things. The problem of Africa is the elite. Africa. Who run things, who run things, who run things. Them all go to universities. Universities award them degrees. Big degrees. Degrees. Big degrees. MSc in stealing. Bachelor of Arts, mismanagement. Another degree. Masters in looting. MSc in corruption, Bachelor of Science in nepotism, MSc in forgery, another degree, Bachelor of Arts in indiscipline, MSc in embezzlement. The problem of Africa is the elite. Africa. Who run things, who run things, who run things. The problem of Africa is the elite. Africa. Who run things, who run things, who run things. Some of them went to London.
Broadcasting worldwide, online 24/7. Thanks for listening.
Degree.